So welcome back to my channel. I feel like I actually need to welcome myself back to my channel because it's been a while since I've sat down to film a video. Things are just pretty hectic this summer. So while I did a pretty good job at the start of the summer, I said that I was going to be doing a series of my current favorite products. But I have done my current favorite toners, masks, summertime perfumes, as well as my current and favorite sunscreens. So if you didn't catch those, definitely check those out. And then if you didn't catch my Merit Beauty video, I did a get ready with me featuring all Merit Beauty products. I've really been loving those. So that's another video you can check out when there are these lulls of a few weeks between my videos. And then I just wanted to mention another housekeeping item in that I am not reviewing the June Boxwalla Beauty Box. They're featuring Lovina for the June box. And I actually had already tried one of the products. It was the butterfly mask, I believe, and it just didn't work out very well for me. And I'm really trying to pare down on the product overload. I know I have said that many times, but I'm just really feeling it. And I think it's due to the fact that we're going to be doing a remodel on our second floor starting at the end of the summer, beginning of the fall. So I'm just wanting to get rid of excess stuff that I just don't use or that has gone bad. And then I also just don't want to be compiling more and more products. And then I also want to bid a very sad farewell to the Clean Beauty Box. You guys maybe have seen that they are shutting things down. So there is not a June box for Clean Beauty Box. And then of course, since they are closing, there won't be any Clean Beauty Box reviews moving forward. But I just want to give a huge shout out to Claire of the Clean Beauty Box. She has been amazing to work with. I really love her. I've met her a couple times in real life. She's a wonderful person. And so I wish them the best on their journey and the new things that are coming for them. And then moving into the Empties reviews, I have a lot of products here. So what I did is I actually took them out of the bags. I had two full bags this time. Usually I just have this black one, but I had two full bags of Empties, so I have so much stuff to talk to you guys about. So what I've done is I have taken them out of the bags and I've grouped them into categories, so I think that'll help me flow a little bit more smoothly and quickly through this video. Somebody requested my favorite teas, doing a video of my favorite teas. I do have several Empties of teas, so I will put that at the end. And then if I didn't mention already, I will be doing timestamps with these categories. I'm going to try my best to get that done for you all so you can jump to those category sections to make it a little bit easier for you. And then just as a reminder, I think I've mentioned this one time before, that if there is a product that you have seen me mention that you know I got in PR or that I purchased for myself and you haven't seen it come through in an Empties video, please do ask me about that particular product if you're curious about it. It might have been that it just didn't work out for me and so I gave it away. Maybe it did work out for me, but I had a particular friend who I thought would really love it. Or maybe it just didn't get used and it ended up going bad. So I can't keep track of everything that I go through. And again, not everything is going to land in one of these Empties videos for sort of like a final assessment on how I enjoyed it. So please don't hesitate to ask me down below if you do have a question about a specific product, or you can always DM me over on Instagram. So let's go ahead and dive into the products. The first thing I'm going to talk about is body care. Now you guys have heard me talk about the Necessaire body washes. I love these. These are both in sandalwood. I've also tried the eucalyptus and I actually have the bergamot going in my shower right now. I think these are wonderful. I've spoken about them a few times now on my channel. So I do give these a huge thumbs up. I really love them. I love the texture. I love the packaging. I just really love everything about it. And then next up are some bar soaps from Unearthed Molly. I've gone through 3 of those since my last video. I've gone through a cucumber mint, a dragon fruit green tea, as well as a Bali flowers. Now these are such beautiful bar soaps. I'll try to find one of the pictures that I have taken of the, the full size unused products. But I really love these bar soaps. They are available at Pink Moon. And if you use my code Trish over there, 2% of your purchase will go towards the Loveland Foundation. So Pink Moon is a great place to purchase things from. They've got a beautiful selection. And then one of my favorites right now over there is the Unearthed Molly soaps. I do think Bali Flowers is probably my favorite one. Speaking of bar soaps, I have discovered a new brand. This is Nopalera. and these are their cactus soaps. And I do have a picture on Instagram of these. I will try to find that picture as well so that you can see how cute the bar soaps are. My favorite is the, let's see, what is it? The Flor de Mayo. This is the jasmine, and then this is the lemongrass. Although I did really like the lemongrass a lot as well. So highly recommend these bar soaps if you're looking for something new or for something as a gift. I always think that bar soaps make wonderful, wonderful gifts. Moving on, I did find a new shampoo body wash. I don't use this as a shampoo though. I just used it as a body wash. This is the Honest True Calming, body wash in lavender. What's interesting about this one though is that it has a little bit of like a back note of coconut. It is really, really pretty. I am completely addicted to this scent. And the reason why I got it was because a friend of mine gave me her Costco card just to use for the day. So I went to Costco. I haven't been to Costco in, I don't know, 10 or 15 years. So I was kind of excited to see what they had, in the body care and skincare section. So this came in a box of 2. So I have another one of these in my shower right now. Like I said, I'm loving everything about it. I love the smell, the kind of like coconutty lavender smell. It has a great lather. It's great for shaving your legs. Just really, really love it. And I think I'm gonna have to try to borrow her card again once I go through the second one I have of these. But as you can tell, a huge rave for the Honest Beauty, let's see, True Calming Shampoo and Body Wash. And then I think I have one last soap here. This is the Moroccan Beldy Soap from Kahina. I have gone through several of these. They have a few different scents. I think there's neroli and rose, and then the original one. This is their newest one, and it has argan oil in it. And I left a little bit in the jar so that you could see what it looks like. You can see right now it's a little melty, and that is because it is going to be 115 degrees here in Portland. It's just absolutely crazy. I cannot believe this weather, and I can't wait till we go back down to our normal 80, 85 degree weather for the summertime. Knock on wood, hopefully that happens. Like I said, it is a little bit melty because of the heat, and I think there was a little bit of excess water in here, but it's kind of like this thick, almost gel sort of goopy texture. And when you rub it on your body, it just feels really like thick and creamy, creates a beautiful lather. This is also really lovely for shaving your legs. So if you like this type of a product, that comes in a jar that sits in your shower very easily, I do recommend these Kahina Beldy soaps. Speaking of shaving your legs, I have the Oleo y Oso shave oil. I'm pretty sure they still make this. This was given to me in PR by their team. I really, really like this. I have tried to create my own shave oil in the past, and it's really hard to get the texture or the thickness, the viscosity just right when it comes to these shaving oils, and they really nailed it. It is a little bit of a luxury item. You don't necessarily need an oil to shave your legs. I actually find it's really nice to shave my underarms with an oil. I feel like it's just a little bit more gentle. My armpits, my underarms get very irritated after I shave, and I feel like this helps a lot with that. So this is definitely a product I would get again in the future. I don't feel compelled to get it right now, but I would definitely love to have this again. I just found it to be just like the perfect, like I said, thickness, viscosity, not too thick, not too thin for shaving. So highly recommend if you are on the market for a shave oil. And then speaking of armpits, I did go through another one of my holy grail, the Dr. Hauschka Rose deodorant. And I don't know how long I have been using this. It's definitely well over 10 years. It's my favorite. I will continue to purchase it. I love that you can just pop off the roller ball and then you recycle the glass. It's my favorite. I know it doesn't work for everybody, but it really works for me. I do interchange deodorants every now and then, maybe just like once a week or so, just to keep my body kind of guessing. But on a daily basis, I love to reach for my Dr. Hauschka. So let's move on to body scrubs. I've got a couple here. I love to have body scrubs on hand at all times. Right now in my shower, I have the Jordan Samuel scrub. I think that's still in the process of being reformulated though. I do have my empty of the Live Botanical Antioxidant Body Polish. If you guys have frequented my channel at all, you know that I am just so in love with this body polish. And I think it mostly has to do with this scent, is this incredible blend of cacao and lavender. And just sort of like on paper, that doesn't seem like it would be a scent profile that I would particularly love. but it works. It is amazing. Every time I open it up, it just sends me into the state of relaxation. So highly, highly recommend the antioxidant body polish from Live Botanical. If you haven't checked it out already, it is frequently sold out. So if you do find it on their website, snap it up if you're at all thinking about it. And you can use my code Trish, TRISH, for 20% off at Live Botanical. And then I also have the the Moroccan Rose Auto Sugar Body Polish. This is another favorite. If you love rose, then this is something you just gotta try. I don't know if you can see the texture there. There's just a tiny bit left. It is one of those very thick, kind of like oily, creamy type of texture, so that once the body polish washes off, you're left with just kind of that lovely, you know, residue, for lack of a better word, of just moisturization. And I don't feel like I have to moisturize after I get out of the shower once I've used this. So I just kind of like pat dry with a towel so that I don't wipe off that like creamy, oily feeling on my skin. And like I said, the rose scent in here is just absolutely gorgeous. So highly recommend the Ren Moroccan Rose Auto Sugar Body Polish if you haven't tried that one yet and you are a big fan of body scrubs. Just real quick, I do have a couple of toothpaste empties. This is the Jason Sea Fresh. I really like this one because I can just pick it up at my local New Seasons. I don't have to order it. It doesn't have to be shipped to me. So when I really need a toothpaste quickly, this is what I pick up at the grocery store. I do have an Empties. This is a travel size of the David's toothpaste. This one I really love. I've been using this one for years. What I typically do is if I'm purchasing something, you know, from Credo, or I think maybe Beauty Habit carries David's, I will pop one of these into my cart. And then recently David's did send me their full range. They have several new flavors, and I'm gonna be going into that in a future PR video. I think actually my next video will be a PR video where I talk to you about some new products that have come my way. And I think I will also talk about a few things that I've purchased myself that I am loving. So that will be coming next. Not exactly sure when, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks. So let's move on to hair care. I do have another product from Unearth Molly. This is their White Orchid Ginseng Organic Shampoo Bar. Again, I just have the paper packaging because the bar is all used up. I did really like this. I found that it worked really well. I would definitely get this again. And what's also great about the shampoo bars are that my boys are actually really liking them as well. So I think it's a great way to reduce the packaging that you might be using up in your household. I've got another shampoo bar. This is the Rosemary Avocado Shampoo Bar from Meow Meow Tweet. I really love this one a lot. It does a really nice job of not only washing my hair and getting it clean, but it does also have a little bit of a conditioning action to it as well. So if you have very fine hair, this one might be a little bit too much for you. It might weigh your hair down a little bit too much, but for me, I really did like it a lot. I've got a couple of conditioners here. I have the Flourish Lavender Mint and Wild Clover Silky Conditioner. So this is their refill size. So obviously it comes in a bag and it's got this little spout here. So you just refill the bottle that you already have with the conditioner. They also have a shampoo refill. I've gone through one of those. I think that was in my last Empties video. So if you guys have been watching my channel at all over the last few years, you know that I love the Flourish hair care line. This Lavender Mint and Wild Clover is my favorite from Flourish because it does a really nice job, especially the conditioner, of detangling, which is super important to me. I also have the Evolve H Ultra Repair Restructuring Mask. Now I think I had this in a sample size and I felt like I really enjoyed it. Once I got the full size, and it is really expensive. I think this is like $48 or something. I think I got it with a discount, but needless to say, it is a pricey product. And in the end, I just didn't really like it. It didn't really feel like a true nourishing, hydrating hair mask. It just kind of felt more like a thin conditioner, which just is not for me. So I will not be getting this again in the future. Another product I probably won't get again is the Briogio Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. I've gone through several of these. I've mentioned these many times, I believe, in these Empties videos, and I can't quite put my finger on why I'm sort of done with this product. I think some of it has to do with the scent. I wouldn't say it's cloying. It's actually rather pleasant, but just for me, it's just a little bit too tenacious. And so I just think that I'm kind of over the smell. And then also, you know, I just don't think it does that great of a job in terms of, again, almost like the Evolve H. It just feels more like a straight up conditioner for me, not necessarily like a really nourishing hair mask. So just overall, I think I'm just ready to move on from the Briogio hair care line just in general and just really focus on, you know, the shampoo bars that I've been enjoying, continuing to use Flourish. I do have one conditioner in my shower right now that's a new one for me. I'm processing on how much I like it or not, so I'll be talking about that one later in a video. But anyway, yeah, I'm just kind of done with the Briogio hair care line for now. So now let's move on to body products. I'm going to talk about the CV Skin Labs again. This is the body repair lotion. I've spoken many times about this. This one is definitely a staple. I just always love to have it on hand. I am actually out of it right now, but I do have the Necessaire body lotion, which I'm really liking. I don't think I like it quite as much as the CV Skin Labs, but I am really liking the Necessaire body lotion. I think once I'm done with that, I will repurchase the CV Skin Labs and restock on that. I do also have the Fine Peace Giant Fur and Tonka Body Serum. Now this came in a limited edition Boxwalla beauty box. This is something I would love to have again in the future. It was a beautiful, beautiful body serum. I love that hybrid of sort of like an oil meets a watery serum. So beautiful. I think that Boxwalla might have it on their website right now, so I will definitely link that below. Do want to say though that I'm not going to do shopping links to all of these products, A, because there's a limited number of characters you can actually use in the description box, and also it just takes so much time. So if you see some of the products are linked to their various websites and some of them aren't, it's not really meaning a whole lot. It's just I don't have enough characters to do everything. All right, so now moving on to the next lotion that I am in love with. This is the Quw'utsun Made Devil's Club Lotion with comfrey and nettle. This has the most gorgeous scent of cedar. So if you like cedar, or if you're a huge cedar lover like me, I highly, highly recommend this. It's also, of course, just a great lotion. I think this is my second bottle of this. And then I also have the lotion in a larger size jar. I think it's 4 ounces. Now, when I have been checking this product recently on the Quw'utsun Made website, they have been sold out. So I'm not too sure what the status is of that, but I will let you know down below if it is in stock or if it's sold out. So now we're gonna be moving into skincare. I have so many cleansers that I have gone through, so I'm gonna kind of speed through these real quickly because I have spoken about so many of them already quite a bit on my channel. No big surprise, I've actually gone through 2 of the Hanua Pa'akai cleanser. This is a beautiful cream cleanser that smells like roses. I love it. I'm sure if you just do a search on my channel for Pa'akai or Hanua, you will find many times where I've mentioned this if you're at all curious about why I do love it so much, you know, like an ingredient deep dive kind of thing. But suffice to say, this is a staple of mine. I love it and I always want to have it. I did go through a Maison Made Ritual de Maison. This is their restorative cleansing oil. This is a gorgeous cleansing oil. This is one of those that you need to remove with the cloth method. And the reason why I liked it so much was obviously the texture was just really beautiful and gorgeous, and the ingredient list is also beautiful. But this kind of has like a little bit of a vanilla type scent, which is not that common when it comes to cleansing oils or just cleansers in general in the green beauty space. Usually they're herbal or floral or, you know, neroli based, but this one has just this really unique vanilla scent. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, I do recommend checking that one out. It is a little bit on the expensive side, but if you want to splurge and treat yourself to something a little bit, you know, luxurious in the green beauty space, I highly recommend Maison Made. Now I'm going to talk about a product that I ended up not really liking. This is the Nuori Vital Foaming Cleanser, and this is one of those, you know, pumps that foams out. And I just didn't like it because, first of all, I don't really like their signature scent. I can't really put my finger on what the smell is, but I just don't like it. I don't know if it's like cucumbery. or what, but it kind of has a bit of a synthetic smell to me. And I also didn't love the actual texture of the foam. I found it to be kind of thin. I wanted it to feel a little bit more silky and luxurious, and I just didn't get that sensation from this particular cleanser. I did finish another Infiori treat. This is their cleansing emulsion, which I have loved for years now. I don't know what number bottle this is for me, maybe 3 or 4. I don't tend to use it every day because it is quite expensive. It really does feel like a treat, something very special that you're doing. For whatever reason though, I didn't really love this last formula. I don't know if it became more thin, but I just remember it in the past being thicker and a little bit more of like that emulsion texture. This one definitely felt on the thinner side to me. I still love the beautiful scent in here, the beautiful jasmine scent, but I'm just not sure if I would get it again in the future. I just didn't love it quite as much as I have in the past, and it is so expensive, and if I'm gonna be spending that kind of money on a product, I want to just be head over heels in love with it. So I'm a little on the fence if I would get this again, but that was my experience with my latest bottle of the Infiori treat. I did finish the Laurel Oil Cleanser. This is her Deep Clarity. This is an oil cleanser that does need to be removed with a cloth. I really love this. It is a beautiful, beautiful oil cleanser. If you do like the, cloth method, if you don't want an emulsifying oil cleanser, I highly recommend the Laurel one. It is just a beautiful product, and she always uses beautiful ingredients. Now, as for an oil that does emulsify off, I'm pretty sure this is my all-time favorite. This is the Live Botanical Nourishing Cleansing Oil. This has a lovely, lovely scent of lemon balm. It's just very refreshing. I really love this, and I am out of it. I haven't repurchased it because, again, I've got some other cleansers I'm trying to get through. But once I no longer have a cleansing oil, I will definitely be getting the Live Botanical again because it's just, I consider it a staple and I love it. Another one that's actually really nice is the Pi Lightwork Rosehip Cleansing Oil. I love this nice big bottle that you get, and the pump is really easy to use. I really like it a lot. It does have kind of an intense scent of the combination of the rosehip oil along with, I believe it's neroli. At least it smells like neroli to me. I'm not 100% sure if it is. After a while, I would say when I got done with about 3/4 of the bottle, I started to tire a little bit of the scent. It's not like I found it repulsive or anything. I just kind of got a little bit tired of the scent, which I've never had that experience with the Live Botanical. So I would get the Pi again in the future, but I will wait, many, many months, maybe even like 6 months or a year until I get that again, just to kind of give myself a little bit of a respite from the scent. And then I know that when I go back to it, I think I will just be like, oh yeah, this is very beautifully scented. I love it, but I just kind of need a little bit of a break from it. All right, so now we're gonna move into toners. Let's talk about the Good Molecules Niacinamide Brightening Toner. I really love this. So first of all, you'll see it's a pretty generously sized bottle. This is 4 fluid ounces. I can't remember the cost, but I think it might be under $20. I just think this is a wonderful, wonderful toner if you are wanting to include niacinamide in your skincare. It's a really great ingredient for, anti-inflammation, as well as helping with any discoloration you might have, hyperpigmentation. I just really love it. So if you are looking to integrate niacinamide and it's not already in some other skincare that you have, or you just want to give yourself an extra boost of it, highly recommend. I will definitely be getting that again in the future. Another toner that I did go through that I absolutely loved is the Nini Organics Rain. This came in a Boxwalla beauty box. This was a huge favorite of mine. I would definitely love to have this again in the future. I think that the Boxwalla is carrying the Nini Organics line on their website, so I will try to link that below. Absolutely loved it. Loved the color of it. Loved the scent of it. Loved the texture of it. It was just a huge fave. Really great discovery over this past year. I did finish this little travel size of the Laneige Cream Skin Toner and Moisturizer. I've spoken several times about this product as well as the one that comes in the pump. I love them both. I will definitely be getting this again in the future, although I do think I prefer the one in the pump. This actually is really nice for travel. And then lastly, in this toner category is the Live Botanical Radiance Elixir. This is the Rose and Tulsi. And as I've told you before, I love these minis that Carolyn does. Carolyn is the creator of Live Botanical, and I just love these minis. Of course, you can tell they are perfect for travel, and her elixirs are just beautiful. There's not one that I don't like. They are very nourishing and hydrating. Depending upon the season though, the texture is a little bit different. Like for instance, her summertime one is going to be the lightest essence or elixir, and then in the wintertime, that one's gonna be a little bit thicker. So it actually doesn't even really spray out of the bottle. It just kind of more just like kind of spurts out of the bottle, and you put it on your hand and apply it to your face. And it's because it is so thick that it doesn't actually spray. So no matter which one you choose, they are all absolutely beautiful. So next up is the serum category. I have a couple of vitamin C serums here. I have the Timeless Skincare, and then I have the Arcona Youth Serum. I'm talking about these together because these both have 20% L-ascorbic acid. I think they are both really nice if you are looking for the L-ascorbic acid. I think the Arcona one is definitely more elegant, and I would prefer to use the Arcona over the Timeless, but the Timeless is definitely more cost effective. So both of these are really great. I just have moved away from the L-ascorbic acid. I'm really preferring to use the vitamin C esters instead of the actual L-ascorbic acid, because I do find sometimes the L-ascorbic acid can be a little bit irritating. So I just want to use the esters, which I do find to be a little bit more gentle on my skin. And I do have a couple of empties here that do use the ester, the vitamin C ester. And unfortunately, the type has come off of this bottle, but this is the Sahara Rose Hydra Serum. I think it's the Hydra C Serum. This one does have a vitamin C derivative in it, you know, the vitamin C ester, but it also has mothbean in it, and it is just such a beautiful serum. I have another one that was just sent to me. I'll talk about it a little bit more in that PR video that I have coming up, but I just wanted to let you know that I did finish it. I love it. I think it is definitely a beautiful, beautiful vitamin C serum that has the mothbean in it. So I think that's just a great combination. So if you're looking for a really gentle, lovely vitamin C serum, then I do highly recommend that one from Sahara Rose. I had this little sample from Youth to the People. This is their 15% vitamin C clean caffeine energy serum. This is just a little travel size. I think this might have been a point reward from Sephora. I can't remember. You know, I did really like it. I think it's actually a really nice serum, especially if you're looking to get caffeine in your skincare, and obviously the vitamin C. I do think I prefer the Sahara Rose over the Youth to the People. And I also really love supporting Sahara Rose, and I do have a code down below so that you can get 15% off your purchase of Sahara Rose if you are interested in that particular product or anything else that they do. But yeah, I keep repeating myself. I love the Sahara Rose one. The Youth to the People one was really nice as well, but I'm more inclined to get the Sahara Rose one. And last up in this serum category is the Lil Fox Dewy Bean Dream. And I have spoken about this a few times on my channel now. It's probably even appeared in a favorite video. I love this serum. It is beautiful for nighttime. It does have AHAs in it, and it also has the mothbean in it. I love mothbean, as you guys can probably tell. So this has just been a huge favorite of mine. What I really like to do is use the Josh Rosebrook Daily Acid Toner on my skin first, and then I'll just put like one pump of this over the top of that. And when I wake up in the morning, I can just tell a difference in the glowiness of my skin. It's a great combination together. But even alone, I really just love this Dewy Bean Dream. I highly recommend it if you're looking for just a very gentle but effective AHA serum that also has mothbean in it. So now we're gonna move on to the moisturizer category. I have several here that I really love. First up is the Moon Protect and Revive Moisturizer. If you like the scent of neroli, you would absolutely love this. It has got just a stunning scent of neroli, and this is a lotion, but I would say that it has the moisturizing properties of a cream. So it's kind of like a lotion cream hybrid. I love slathering this all over my face. When I just splash my face with water in the morning, that's how I cleanse my skin. And then I just use a toner and maybe a serum. And then I would just slather this all over my face to where you can actually see the moisturizer on my skin. I'll just walk around, do things for the morning, and then it just soaks in beautifully. And then is a great canvas for whatever you're gonna put on top, whether it's SPF, tinted moisturizer, foundation, whatever. Highly recommend the Moon, what is it again? The Revive Protect and Revive Moisturizer. Now, a new product for me was the Pure Culture Moisturizer. I've mentioned this before, I think in a previous PR video, where you take a quiz and you do a whole skin analysis process, which also includes putting a strip on your skin so that they can assess, your skin's needs. I really like this moisturizer. It is very light but effective. But what I don't really like about it actually is this bottle. While it looks beautiful aesthetically, it's very aesthetically pleasing, I have found it hard to get this last bit of moisturizer out. Now, I don't mind, having to take off the pump and pound it down onto your hand so that you can get everything out, like you do with a ketchup bottle. I just cannot seem to get the last of it out, even if I put it upside down. So I think it might have to do with this very, the tall cylindrical shape of this bottle. But I really liked it, but I just don't think I would get it again because the packaging just isn't super effective. Moving on, I did finish a Earthwise Beauty Magical Babassu Face Oil. This has been a favorite for a while. This is actually my second bottle of it. I had a small bottle of it in the original packaging that Earthwise Beauty had, and then this is my second one. This is their full size of it. And this is just a really lovely oil to use when your skin is feeling really dry, really parched. I typically use it in the wintertime. I don't really use it in the summer. So I think I must have finished this either at the end of this last winter or beginning of spring. I can't remember when I did my last Empties video, but it must have been as I finished that video, I was also finishing up this one. Highly recommend it if you have very dry skin. Like I said, if your skin is feeling very parched. A lot of times, in the winter when I'm blowing my nose a lot and you kind of get that dryness under your nose, I will use that specifically under my nose and in that area on parts of my skin that might be a little bit flaky and dry. So anyway, do highly recommend this if you do have dry skin. Next up, we're going to be talking about masks. And I did finally finish 2 of these Kahina masks. This is the moisture mask as well as the antioxidant mask. These are both beautiful masks. I feel like the moisture mask is just more of a night cream. So I would usually use this at nighttime if I felt like I needed some extra moisturizing, but it doesn't sit on top of the skin. It just soaks in just like a really beautiful moisturizer. So if you want a very, thick, luxurious nighttime cream, then I do recommend this, even though it's called a moisture mask. And then the antioxidant mask, this is a beautiful clay-based mask. I don't know, you might be able to see a little bit of it, like the color and the texture. But this is definitely one of my favorite clay-based masks. It is really, really soothing and cooling when you put it on. It's not irritating at all, and I really, really do recommend it if you are on the market for that type of a mask. I also really liked this one. This is the Josh Rosebrook Active Enzyme Exfoliator. I had never tried this, but he sent me his trio of masks, and this is definitely my favorite out of that trio. I don't know if they were all masks, actually, now that I think about it. I think one was this exfoliator, one was the chocolate mask, and maybe one was the balm. Anyway, I can't remember, but he was so kind to send me his trio of these little minis, and this was definitely my favorite from that trio. I think this is just a really lovely exfoliator mask that feels really gentle. I know that there is some physical exfoliant in here, but I don't typically rub that into my skin to massage it. I just kind of pat it on, and then it just kind of rinses away, and I don't really feel like I'm doing any kind of, micro damage to my skin when I use it. Having said that, I do have another product here that is a physical exfoliant. This is the Ranavat Imperial Glow Facial Polish. Now, I actually originally wanted to repurchase the cream cleanser, the one that comes in the pink tube, but they were out of it. I think maybe it was during the Credo Friends and Family sale, or maybe over the Black Friday. I can't remember exactly what the deal was, but they were out of it. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and try the facial polish, which essentially is like that cream, but with, I don't know if it's jojoba beads or what's in here, but with a physical exfoliant. And similarly with the Josh Rosebrook mask, I didn't feel like the physical exfoliant was doing any damage or was particularly harsh. But since this is a cleanser, you are actually, scrubbing it onto your face. So I just didn't really prefer that. In general, I don't prefer physical exfoliants. So I would not get this again in the future. What I would do is I would just get the cream cleanser because I think it's beautiful and I absolutely love it. Another mask that I finished is the Fivenia Moonlit Pearl mask. This is a charcoal-based mask. I will show you what it looks like. It's a really, really dark black. I think I still have a tiny bit left in there, which I didn't realize, so I'm gonna put this back in my shower so that I will finish that last little bit. One thing about this mask I want to mention is it has a gorgeous, gorgeous, like coniferous type of scent. It just smells like fur is in there. I haven't read the ingredient list in a long time, but it just has that forest, fur, like very deep green scent, which is just very medicinal, very healing. And actually the reason why I kept this in the shower was because not only did I like using it on my face, but I would put it on my chest as well, just to get the full aromatic experience of this. So if that sounds like something that you would enjoy, definitely check this out because I highly recommend it. And then real quick, I do want to mention this empty of the Manyo Factory Active Refresh Herb Peel. This is my favorite all-time gommage product, and it is super cost effective. I have a hard time finding this though online, so I'll do my best to find it for you guys. But yeah, I do actually have a video where I compared the Manyo gommage to the Ayuna gommage. Hands down, I prefer the Manyo, so I will try to remember to link that up above so that you can check that out if you are interested at all in either one of those products, but in particular the Manyo, because I do highly recommend it. And then since my last empties video, I did go through several eye products, so I'm gonna motor through these real quick. No big surprise, I have gone through 2 more of the 100% Pure Bright Eyes. I'm really trying to stay away from these single-use packaging situations, but I have to say that 100% Pure really is the best in terms of taking down the puffiness. So if I'm gonna be filming or if I'm going to work and I have really puffy eyes, I reach for the 100% Pure. I can't get away from it because it's just so effective. I hope and I beg of 100% Pure to sometime come out with a multi-use jar, so like a jar that has several pairs of the eye masks in it, so it would reduce that packaging waste. But until that day happens, I will continue to use the 100% Pure eye masks, but just I do use them sparingly and only when I really feel like I need it. Speaking of the single-use packaging, I did go through another Wander Beauty Baggage Claim Rose Gold eye masks. These are really great for depuffing, but I would say it's better for hydration. I really enjoy using them. I do think the Wander Beauty team is looking to create a more, eco-friendly packaging. I don't know if I am like chomping at the bit to repurchase this anytime soon, but I do like having them on hand every once in a while. But like I said, the 100% Pure is still my favorite eye mask. One of my absolute favorite eye serums is the Kahina eye serum. Went through another one of these. I think they did send this to me, which was so kind of them. And I do love this for the depuffing action. So if I'm feeling like I really need extra help, I will put the Kahina eye serum on first, and then I will put the 100% Pure eye mask on top of that. And that is just super effective. I also did that trick as well with the Fine High Potency Nocturnal Renewal Eye Mask. I think this came in the same limited edition box that the body serum came in. So I will check and see if Boxwala is carrying this on their website. This is another one of those kind of like water-based eye serums that I'm definitely leaning towards these days. Really love it. I found it to be very effective and I do highly recommend it. And then lastly, for those of you who like more of a gel lotion type texture, highly recommend the Biossance Squalane and Peptide Eye Gel. This I really enjoyed using at nighttime. I would definitely get this again in the future. I don't have a need to purchase it anytime soon because I do have several eye products going, but I do really like this and I would definitely get it again. So we're almost to the finish line here. Next up is sunscreen. I did finish my Josie Maran SPF 40. This is definitely one of my favorite SPFs, and I love mixing this with the My Shell tinted, what is it, these sun drops. I can never remember the liquid sun drops, whatever it is. I love combining these two products together because it just creates the perfect tinted moisturizer for me. I have also been using the Hanua Malu mixture with that Michelle Sun Drops, the liquid sun drops, I think that's what it's called. But anyway, I interchange using the Josie Moran for that mixture and the Hanua Malu. I'm really loving the Hanua Malu. I talk about it more in depth in my current sunscreen video, which I will link up above if you haven't checked that out already. And then I did finish the Josh Rosebrook Nutrient Day Cream. This is the tinted version, SPF 30. The tinted is definitely my favorite. And this is the old packaging. The new packaging I really, really prefer. It just looks super elegant, and I'm hoping that the last of the product will come out easier with the new pump that he has created. So I'm still loving it. It's still a favorite. Definitely consider it a staple, and I finished up this one. Now, two products that I actually did not finish, but I went ahead and just dumped them out, were the Farazad's Veil from Earthwise Beauty and then the Moss Halo. Now, I've had these for years. I was getting concerned that maybe they had expired, and I just never reached for them. That is why I just kind of had to empty them. So I don't want to make any judgments on people who use this, because if you find that mixing your own sunscreen works for you and you feel like you're protecting your skin, you're getting sufficient protection, then that's great. For me, I really feel like I want to know exactly what the SPF is. I don't want to be guessing about it. So I want to know if I'm using a 50 or a 30, and I want that security in terms of the exact SPF that I'm getting. Because for me, not only do I want to protect my skin from, skin cancer, preventing skin cancer, I really, really need to prevent the melasma from happening. So again, I just want to be 100% sure about what I'm putting on my face, in particular above my lip and in just different spots, and on my chest and different spots on my face where I have some discoloration. So that is my story on that. I'm moving away from using the powder, zinc oxide products to mix in with an oil or whatever, because they're just not working for me. But moving to a product that I really love and have huge amounts of faith in is the Babo Botanicals Tinted Face Mineral Sunscreen Stick in SPF 50. Now, I did mention this as well in my favorite sunscreen video. This I've been using for years, and it is just super easy to use on my upper lip. I do have a teeny bit left here, so you can see the color. So for me, it's a really nice color match. For somebody who has darker skin than me, I don't know if it would blend as well, but at least you're not gonna get that severe white cast from it, which their untinted does actually give you a pretty intense white cast. So I do highly recommend this one. As you guys know, if you've watched that past video or any past video where I've been talking about sunscreen, I have this all over the place, in the car, in my bag, in the bathroom. I always have it on hand so that I can be applying it, not only for touch-ups, like on my nose and cheekbones, but definitely above my lip to prevent the melasma. All right, so last up are a couple of lip balms. This is the La Par lip balm. This came in a Boxwalla beauty box. And then I have the Carrie Gran lip whip, and let's see which one is this in. This is the peppermint tinted. So the La Par turned out to be kind of a miss for me in terms of a lip balm, and I think I did mention in my initial review of the La Par box that Boxwalla Beauty Box did a while back, that it did seem a little bit thin for a lip balm. I thought that maybe I would use it as a highlighter, but I just never reached for it as that. So this I would not get again. I was not super thrilled with it when it came right down to it, but the Carrie Gran lip whip is amazing. I love this stuff. I have since received another one. I was lucky enough that when I did my last Credo purchase, they had another one of these as like a point reward. So I did not hesitate in picking that up again. I love the peppermint smell. It is completely empty. I mean, I just was like digging out every last bit of this, and I'm so happy to have it again because I really love using this, especially before I go to bed. And then lastly, I'm going to talk about a few mascara empties. First off is not really a true empty. This is the Westman Atelier mascara. This is just like a little gift with purchase size that I received. This is not an empty. I'm just going to toss it because I didn't like it. I can't remember exactly why. The brush is not particularly chunky. I have a hard time with thick, chunky wands. I don't know, I think it just wasn't impressive. I can't remember if it smudged or smeared or what it was, but I used it once or twice and I was like, I am just not impressed. So I'm just getting rid of it so I don't keep making the mistake of reaching for it when I don't like it. And as you probably know, Westman Atelier is a very, very expensive brand. And so while I have many other products from Westman Atelier that I do really love and I feel like are worth the hefty price tag, this is definitely not, so will not be getting the full size. I did finish the Dr. Hauschka Defining Mascara, and I purchased another one of these because I love this mascara. I think it is a very underrated, rarely talked about mascara. You can see that it has a very, very skinny wand. And as you might know, that is definitely my preference. So it gives you just very feathery, fluttery lashes. It's very natural looking. It has a very subtle effect, but just kind of on a day-to-day basis, I love reaching for it. I love the effect that it gives. I don't think it's very thickening at all. Like I said, it's more just kind of like, you know, gives you that fluttery, like butterfly lashes. It is on the wet side, so you do need to be careful if you end up smudging your mascara very easily. What I find is if I have a very emollient, you know, foundation or concealer under my eyes and I put a lot on and then I close my eyes, it will transfer onto my skin a little bit. Not that big of a deal because I rarely put on tons and tons of this mascara, but if it does smudge, I'll just roll a Q-tip over that spot and then it picks up very easily. So it's not a deal breaker for me, obviously, because I purchased it again. But just so you know, if you don't like really wet mascaras, this would probably not be for you. And then I did go through another Glossier Lash Lick and I have a brand new one. So this is probably my most used mascara that I have in my mascara collection. I love this stuff. It is just so easy for me to use. The wand is perfect for me. It is nice and skinny. And because I think this is a silicone brush, it just grabs the lashes so easily. So I can really get down into the base of it and it just has like a grippy feeling. Kind of similar to the Dr. Hauschka. It creates more of that sort of like lengthening, butterfly, fluttery type of effect. It's not super volumizing. So if you want something that's really volumizing, this would not be for you. And then also just to note, it is one of those tubing mascaras. So it does just come off very easily with water, which I also really like. I know this video has been really long, but I just wanted to talk to you about some teas that I have gone through. These two were kind of misses for me. I think I've maybe mentioned the Tao of Tea before. This is their jasmine pearls. If you are into the jasmine pearls, I would just get them loose. These are actually in tea bags, and I found that I had to use at least 2 of the tea bags to kind of get the robust flavor that I wanted. So in the future, I would not get the Tao of Tea bags. I would just get their loose tea. I did want to give this one a try, the Traditional Medicinals Hemp and Herb Stress Relief. So this is the broad spectrum hemp extract and chamomile. Now, the reason why I got this was twofold. I love the chamomile tea that Traditional Medicinals does, and this was also on sale. So it is quite expensive, but it was on sale. I think it was like $4 off or something. So I decided to just give it a try. Don't really recommend, or at least it didn't really work for me. I didn't really notice any, you know, CBD effect from it. I don't think I enjoyed the chamomile flavor as much as I do when I just get the straight up chamomile. So this is definitely not a tea I would get in the future. And then moving on to loose teas, I did finish the Mountain Rose Herbs Jasmine Green Tea. Really, really like this one a lot. Highly recommend. If you are a jasmine green tea lover, definitely get the Mountain Rose Herbs one, very reasonably priced as well. Next up is an empty tea that was a gift from Maggie from Tender Forms. We did a holiday gift exchange and she gave me the Stonegate Breakfast Tea from Tea Company, or Tea Company. It's TE Company. And it came in this really cute little bag and the box was really beautiful. So this was just such a nice gift to receive. I don't know if you can see close up there. Hopefully that's in focus. But anyway, this was a lovely gift and such a beautiful tea. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it's just like their black tea, the Stonegate Breakfast. Maggie also gave me another one. I think maybe it was an oolong tea. I can't remember what it was and I inadvertently threw it away before it made it into my empties bag. But anyway, highly recommend the Tea Company teas. And then last but not least of this whole video is the Earthwise Beauty Nettle Tea. This is a whole leaf tea. I have posted so many pictures like on my stories, I think maybe even in my feed on the Earthwise Beauty teas. I love doing the sun tea in the summertime, where I think the last one I made was a combination of the nettle tea and the Earthwise Beauty hibiscus. It's such a beautiful combination. But anyway, I love nettle tea. My older son has been really enjoying it as well. It just has this really like mineral aspect to it that just feels so nourishing and healthy. It's just such a beautiful tonic, just in general, overall, very nutritious and nourishing for you. So highly recommend the Earthwise Beauty Nettle Tea. So that is it, you guys, for these empties. I know this was a very long video, so if you made it to the end, thank you so much. I appreciate your time and your support. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please do. As I mentioned, my next video will be a PR video combined with some new products. I don't know exactly when I'm gonna get that up. We are just so busy this summer just with like life, and I'm working a lot more. Also, as I mentioned, we are doing a remodel, so we've got plans that we are pouring over. I am spending far too much time on YouTube. Actually, I do want to tell you one of my favorite, I am just obsessed with this channel. It's called The Local Project. So I've been just, you know, binging their videos for design inspiration. It's an amazing, amazing YouTube channel. So if you're into home design or interior design, I highly recommend checking that out. I've also been pouring over, you know, home decoration magazines, spending a lot of time on Pinterest, on YouTube, like I said. Architectural Digest also is another amazing home design, obviously home design YouTube channel to check out. I will do my best to get that next video up in the next couple weeks if possible, but if you hear radio silence from me here and also on Instagram, you know I'm just super busy and just don't have a whole lot of time to sit down and create content. But if you ever want to reach out to me, DM me on Instagram if you're wondering, you know, what I'm enjoying, what I'm liking, maybe what I didn't like, don't ever hesitate to, of course, comment down below or just DM me over on Instagram. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in that next video. Bye.